guys, how you doing?
Have you been struggling to make the perfect jollof rice? You like that smoky signature jollof flavor, but then you feel like you need to make a large quantity of it for your rice. What if I told you that that's a lie from the pit of hell? That's a lie. You can actually make jollof for 3 people and still get that smoky jollof flavor. See, you need to keep watching this video if you want to learn, because after you finish watching this video, all your jollof problems, they are gonna be history, okay? The jollof queen is here for you. My name is Hilda Bassi. Welcome to my very first video on YouTube. Welcome to my channel. I hope that you like what you see, and if you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, engage, do all the great stuff. If you're watching this video, you are a pioneer. When I blow, you can tell them that I was there from the very beginning. You're going to love it here because I'm all about good vibes. Now let's get to making the perfect jollof rice. By the way, I'm gonna be using this beautiful baby here. So cute, right? Let's cook. So the first thing you want to do is start by boiling your protein. I'm using turkey. I'm boiling it with onions, green atarodo and red atarodo, and the quality of your stock goes a long way in ensuring that your jollof rice is mad, so do not be stingy. I seasoned this with some curry powder and some thyme and seasoning cubes. I put in a little bit of water, not too much water, very important. Now you want to give this a good mix, and you want to cover it and allow it to cook for about 15 minutes, because that's pretty much how long it would take for my turkey to be perfectly cooked. So after 15 minutes, your turkey is perfectly cooked, just like you can see. Can you see the quality of this stock? Like, can you see how thick and nice it is? You want to just set this aside because this would help you to make the perfect smoky Nigerian jollof. Now, the next thing is super important, your jollof mix. Now, for my jollof mix, I use chili pepper, cayenne pepper, habanero pepper, and fresh tomatoes. And I also use dried chili pepper. You see this dried tatase, like we Nigerians call it. It goes a long way in changing the game of your jollof rice. You want to boil all of this for 45 minutes in a pressure pot, and this is what you're going to achieve. Once you've done this, you want to also open up some garlic and ginger, because it's also going to amp the flavor of your jollof mix. Once you've done that, you want to just put this, boiled tomatoes in a blender and add your garlic and ginger, and you want to blend this into a smooth paste. Emphasis on the word smooth paste. I mean the phrase smooth paste. You see this smooth paste, it goes a long way in helping you make stews, porridge, and more. So you just want to put it in an airtight container, and then you're going to drizzle some vegetable oil. Please do not use red oil. So once you drizzle this, you can actually store this for weeks and weeks. You just want to cover it and put it in the fridge, not in the freezer. The fridge is just fine, and you have your signature jollof mix. So let's make our jollof rice. So for the jollof rice, we're going to start with some vegetable oil. I use 2 cups of oil for this, and I always use 2 different brands of tomato paste because it guarantees me the perfect color for my Nigerian smoky jollof rice. So once your oil is hot, you're going to put in some bay leaf. You're also going to put in some onions, and you want to fry this for about 1 minute until you can smell the onions and the bay leaf in it. And then you're now going to be adding in some curry powder and some thyme. And you want to add just a little of this because you already have curry powder and thyme in your stock. So you just want to fry this for another 1 minute, and then, brothers and sisters, work has started because you're going to start frying your tomato paste. So I used about 80% of each tomato paste that I mixed in this jollof rice, and you want to fry this thing. See, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to properly fry your tomato paste, because it goes a long way in ensuring that your jollof rice is not tasting like sawdust. So you see the tomato paste I put here, I fried it for about 8 minutes. And 8 minutes sounds like a short time, but trust me, when it is your hand that is frying this thing over this hot oil, over this hot fire, you will know that 8 minutes is not a short time. So you want to fry this very well. For my newbies, Just taste it to know that it's no longer sour. Then you can introduce your signature jollof mix. So I use 2 cooking spoons and half to make this jollof rice, and I'm using 1.5 derica of rice to actually do this. I'm using basmati rice. So once you put this, you want to stir this for about 5 minutes or more. You will lose calories after cooking jollof rice because you need patience and precision when you are cooking jollof rice to make the best one. Cover this and leave to cook for another 6 minutes, and at 6 minutes you just want to fry it some more for like 2 minutes just to make sure that everything is perfectly combined. Then you're going to add in your seasoning cubes. I crushed my seasoning cubes so that I don't have to be squeezing it over the pot because this pot is hot. So you just want to mix this thoroughly, and then please taste it. Don't be scared to taste your food. It's very important. Then you're going to add your meat stock. Can you see the juice, the greatness of this meat stock? You want to mix this together. Now I know a lot of us actually struggle with knowing the right amount of seasoning to add to our jollof rice. I'm just going to give you this quick tip. You want to season your jollof rice until it is borderline salty. Being, you know, when they tell you, if you been add 1 more maggi, if for salty, that's exactly where you want it to be before you add the rice. This is because once you add the rice, it's going to swell and then it will absorb the seasoning and it would be balanced. So I added some water and allowed it to come up to a boil before I added the rice, and this is so that my rice starts to cook very fast. Once you put in your rice, you just want to give this a good stir, and then you're going to cover it and allow it to cook for 8 minutes on low heat. So after 8 minutes, you're going to check on your rice. It's important that you lift and turn. I know some people say we shouldn't turn our rice, but I don't go by that. I'm not in that school of thought. You want to lift and turn your rice so that what is on top comes down and what is down comes up. Don't be turning it like a thief. Then you cover the pot, allow it to cook for another 12 minutes, and then you want to lift and turn just like I'm doing once again. Can you see that the glory of God is radiating upon this pot of portion? Oh, hallelujah. So you just want to lift and turn on all sides, and then you cover the pot and allow it to cook for another 12 to 15 minutes. And at this point, brothers and sisters, your jollof rice is actually ready. You can serve it if you're not crazy about that smoky flavor. But for those of us that are crazy about the smoky flavor, it is time to burn the rice, because smoky jollof rice is pretty much just burnt jollof rice. And as you can see, I moved it to somewhere that can give me high heat, because you're going to burn this rice until the smoke covers the rice, until you no go fit see waiting there inside pot again. After which you would turn down the heat, allow it to settle for about 5 minutes so the smoke settles on the rice, and then you will now give it that final mix. You know that mix now, the one you use to pepper your enemies. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Then you're going to serve this. See, it's only village people that can make this your rice not to be sweet. You know what I mean? So you want to try this recipe, because that, my lovelies, is how you make the perfect smoky jollof rice for 2 or 3 people. Why are you looking at my mouth?